Miss Charlie.
This could be embarrassing.
Of course it's going to be embarrassing, it's us.
So, hello Booktube. It's just me on my own today because Charlie is away on holiday, living it up in the sunshine, which is fine. But I'm still here and I'm still reading. Today we're going to talk about some readathons. Well, I'm going to talk about some readathons, one of which I have already done and the other which is coming up I think next week. I took part in I think it was called the Summer Readathon. I saw it on Tumblr and there wasn't any set rules. It was just something fun to see how many you could read between the 1st of July and the 7th of July. And I have to admit that even though I tried really hard to read as much as possible, it was difficult and I read quite a lot, but I didn't read as much as I had hoped. But I thought I would let you know what I read during that week. So, if you watched our June wrap-up video, you would remember that I had been reading The Great Gatsby. And I finished The Great Gatsby. This was a reread for me, and I enjoyed it just as much the second time as I did in the first time. And yeah, really enjoyed it. It's definitely one of my favourite classics I've read, especially one of my favourite American classics. If you fancy a classic, I'd give this one a go. During this the summer readathon, I read Neil Gaiman's The Graveyard Book. I was really excited to read this book. I'd been wanting to read some of his books for a long time, and I actually got tickets to see him and Margaret Atwood at the Edinburgh Book Festival this summer. So I thought I might as well get started reading some of his books before I go and see him talk about his writing. I thought this was a really nice introduction into his writing, and it's just a really nice story, and I definitely recommend it if you're looking for something a bit lighter, or if you've not read any of his stuff before and you want a kind of introduction into his work. This was another reread for me, and it's definitely a bit of a lighter book than some of the stuff I've been reading recently, and that was Sarah Dessen's This Lullaby. I read this book maybe when I was about 14 or 15 for the first time, and yeah, it's really cute. It was a really nice little read, and yeah, it passed really quickly, and that's probably one of the reasons I decided to read it for the readathon. So yeah, so if you're looking for something that's a bit more of a summer read, and since it is summer, you might as well check this one out. And then finally, I definitely had high hopes for this week. I started another book, but did not finish it. Maybe got like about 5 pages in. But this is something that I've been meaning to read for a very long time, especially since I studied her poetry last semester at university. And this is The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. As you can see, I'm I'm only 40 pages in. Everybody says that it's really hard to read this book without thinking of Sylvia Plath and the things that you know about her own life. And so I'm trying to read this with like a fictional standpoint, but yeah, it's difficult, but I'm really enjoying it so far. That's what I read for the summer readathon. The next readathon is coming up, and it's starting on the 15th of July and finishing up on the 21st of July. And this is the Booktube readathon, and I heard about that over at Bookables, and I'll link her channel in the description box because I really like listening to her reviews. She's very enthusiastic about books, and I like that. Okay, so there's some rules for this readathon. The first rule is to read 300 pages per day. It's gonna be tricky, but I'm gonna try. Another rule is to read a 500-page book. And that's definitely gonna be a challenge, unless I kind of cheat and read The Invention of Hugo Cabret, which is very large. It's cheating because a lot of it is drawings. However beautiful they are, it's not all words. But yeah, if I'm stuck, this is where I'm going. The third rule is to reread a book. And the fourth rule is to read a classic. And hopefully, I'm going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, as they say, and reread one of my favourite classics, Jane Austen's Persuasion. This is actually my favourite Jane Austen book of the ones that I've read, so I'm really looking forward to rereading Persuasion. And another one of the rules is to read something that has been on your shelf forever. And this is not going to be difficult for me. I'm going to be spoilt for choice for this challenge because I buy books and I do not read them at the same rate as I buy them. So yeah, I have lots of different things to choose from for that one. And the last two rules are to listen to an audiobook and to finish a trilogy or a series. If I was going to finish a trilogy, I would probably be finishing the Delirium trilogy. The first two that I have are in paperback, and currently in the UK, the third one is only in hardback. And I kind of want to wait until it comes out into paperback, so I'm probably not going to be able to do that challenge. And I don't have any audiobooks, and to be honest, I want to keep my pennies for other things, so we'll see. So those are the challenges. That's the Booktube Readathon from the 15th of July to the 21st. Let me know down below if you're planning on joining in. You'll probably get a video at the end of that readathon telling you how much I have failed at this. See ya!